So I'm definitely somebody who goes back and forth between the idea of having kids or not having kids, and it really is such a hard decision. And I feel like one of the hardest things about it is this kind of fear of like, oh my gosh, if I choose not to have kids, I'm never going to know what that type of love feels like to have a child, for a child to be my own, and just that deep well of love that can emerge from that I've seen in parents, that I saw in my own parents. And there's a part of my heart that really hurts when I think about that. And when I was reflecting on this today, I had a thought that I wanted to share if you're somebody like me who kind of struggles with this and kind of goes back and forth. And that thought is that not everybody gets to experience every kind of love, right? If we're lucky, we get to experience as many types of love as possible. But something for me, for example, is I have an extremely deep and rich and nourishing relationship with my husband. And when I look back at so many women throughout so many centuries, a lot of people didn't have that with their partner. That was not a deep well of love. And perhaps the deep well of love did come from children, although that can sometimes be questionable too, because a lot of women were forced to have kids when they didn't want to. Another aspect is like, I'm somebody who loves to travel. I feel like I've been so gifted with this love for the world and seeking out things that are outside of my own community and my own hometown. And that type of love for the world is so powerful and potent. The other side of that is there are some people who have such tremendous love for their own community, right? Who maybe don't get that same experience of love for the world, but they have this deep, profound love for their neighbors, their neighborhood, the community that they live in, which frankly isn't something I have ever really experienced. And I see when people do have that, I'm like, oh, that is so beautiful, right? There are people who have pets. I really am hoping to get a dog soon, who love their pets and feel that profound sense of love for their pets, and others who never have animals at all in their life. So I just want to share this because I think there are a lot of different types of love. Self-love is another one, right? Some people never experience what it's like to love themselves. So I just share this because we place a lot of emphasis on certain types of love in our society, and sometimes when everyone is looking at the same kind of love and holding that on the pedestal, it can sometimes feel like the other ways that we experience love are undervalued and undermined. And I just want to reflect back to you that all the various wonderful ways in which you experience love are so potent and wonderful and worthy. And I hope that you just feel all of that love in your heart. And I hope that you experience all the types of love that you dream to experience. But if there is an area that, you long for, I just hope that you can at least feel that sense of love in the areas that you do have it. And especially if you're somebody like me who goes back and forth about the kid thing, and it's a really tough decision, it's not that easy. I hope that this gives you heart. So that's all. Good night.